The more I start digging, the more I realize that there are a couple of things that have formed a potent cocktail that is rocking United States particularly, and to a lesser extent Canada. What are these? Let's take a quick look. Illegal immigration is the first one, and the other one is drugs. So here's a quick look at how both of these are really rending United States apart. A lot of challenges, and in fact, some of the things that I'm going to share with you are going to really break your heart. Here we go. Illegal immigration and drugs have formed a potent cocktail. Why do I say that? If you look at the city of New York, okay, there are 120,000 illegals in New York, 10,000 arriving every month. And in the country, 2 million arriving every year in United States, unchecked. More or less, people are just being brought in and they are just being let loose because the detention centers do not have the space to process them anymore. In fact, they can stay in the United States until their case comes up in front of a judge. The wait period could be as much as 3 years, 5 years, God knows. And in those few years, they can melt into the public. Who's going to be able to trace them? Because they are not taking down addresses. Very, very sad how this is happening. This is total anarchy as far as I'm concerned. The Biden administration has to take full responsibility. I don't know when they'll accept that they made a huge blunder by trying to undo the DACA that was put in place by the Trump administration. Now, you compare these illegals with what happens for legal immigration, 65,000 a year for H-1Bs and 180,000 for H-2. H-2, I don't think you can work. I could be wrong about it, but basically this is the legal immigration. As far as green cards are concerned, it's a pathetically small number. That's why 15, 16 years of wait period is there for Indian immigrants now in the United States. What is happening? Narco trafficking, human trafficking, and drugs such as fentanyl are coming in raw as well as finished form from China. These are, in one particular instance, this fentanyl was stored in a daycare center for children, and poor children, somebody somehow got access to it. They must have swallowed it. Some children have died, and they are saying that more children are expected to die. The guy who owns it is absconding, and the New York City police is investigating, but the damage is done. They don't know how many children were left in that daycare center. It's a heartbreaking story. I'll give you the link in the description section. You can read it. But how did things come to this? It's because all these people don't have any job. In fact, I'm not even sure many of them are employable. And they have come from all over the world, including Pakistan, including Afghanistan, perhaps now even India. News travels fast. Somehow they will find some way to get all the way across the world, sneak into Mexico, and then from there come into United States. You can just boldly walk up to the border and get in. Nobody's asking any questions on some days, and other days there is, monitoring. So this is just crazy. The way the Customs and Border Protection Force has been buffeted around, I feel for them, because rules keep changing. People say one day let people in, another day don't let people in. I don't know what exactly is going on in Biden administration. It's really, really sad. Now, there's also a marked increase in crime, gang wars, shooting going on between gangs, plus a lot of innocent people become cannon fodder and all this. And prostitution is at an all-time high in New York City now, because like I said, what are people going to do? There is no way of earning anything. They are not skilled enough to get jobs. Except for the menial work, they are not having any skills, and many don't even want to work. Because of the COVID, people are just getting dole, and now everybody is saying, well, you need to get back to work. People are saying, well, I got comfortable not working and getting some money. Attitude adjustment is the need of the hour. The New York City Police Commissioner resigned because he just felt that he could not control the crime that was running rampant in the city. Now, this is just the beginning. What is now happening is rising hate crimes against synagogues, temples, and other places of worship. So this is a danger sign. The next big thing is the drug routes. Where are the drug routes? and how are the drugs making it into the United States. I have done this drawing once before, but there is more that I can share with you now, having got more information about what is happening. The blue are the actual forms that are completed and shipped. The reds are raw materials that can slip in. They are called as precursors in pharma. Precursors are those who are, not active in the way they are, and they can easily pass for harmless stuff so that they can escape detection at customs. Now, what happens is, in places like Mexico as well as in Canada, I'm told, what happens is that fentanyl products are smuggled from Canada into the United States for sale on a smaller scale. That is 2A. And if you look at the other one, which is 4A, diluted powder fentanyls and counterfeit prescription pills containing fentanyl are smuggled from Mexico into the United States. That is the 4A. You can see the arrow there. Now, what is 7? 7 is precursors are likely smuggled across southwest border into Mexico to manufacture fentanyl. So it is possible that China, for good measure, is sending in precursors into the United States also. Like I said, detection is difficult for precursors. So it comes in from everywhere. It is going into Mexico as a raw material, finished product in the form of prescription pills and other things. In fact, some people are saying that there are some sweets that are having fentanyl. 200 milligrams is enough to kill you. So that is what is happening now. It has taken a whole new level of danger now. Why do you think Vivek Ramaswamy is mentioning that you need to call in the United States Army to finish off these labs once and for all and also take on China? Why is he saying that? It is because this threatens the entire generation coming up in the next decade or so. See, these are the points from where it leaves China, and these are the places where it arrives. Remember, the reds are precursors, the blues are finished products that are passing off as prescription pills and so on and so forth. I already talked to you about this, the 2A and 4A. These are the main ones. Now, how are the laboratories going to be finished? Well, the United States, if it sets its mind to it, can do it. Like the way they eradicated cocaine production in Colombia. Although I'm hearing that some of it is back again, but they know better than that. You remember watching stories like Narcos and Netflix, so you understand what I'm talking about. Now, let us come to Canada and Khalistan and why Justin Trudeau is doing what he is doing. Why is he blindly supporting Khalistan? Well, one possible reason is that drugs are being smuggled into the United States from both Canada and Mexico. I just explained that to you. NAFTA allows an easy in and out. Look, every truck is not going to be tested for drugs. In fact, these people may have sniffing dogs to sniff the trucks, but you can fool the dogs. If you put mirchi around the drugs, then the dog will get thrown off. Same thing with coffee seeds also. Some of the things that have strong smell can fool the canines, and that they might allow that to pass. Not only drug trafficking, human trafficking is also taking place. Imagine at 2 a.m. somebody is crossing into the United States. Probably the guards are a little tired and not enough inspection happens, and they just come in. In fact, there are times when it's just been open, no questions asked, until the senators came and looked at the border and raised a big howl. So Biden administration and kowtowing to George Soros, my opinion again, has wreaked havoc on United States. Supposing that the drivers, some of them are Khalistani sympathizers, then what can they do? They can smuggle drugs in, they will bring in the money required to keep the movement going, and they can also smuggle in people. I'm told up to 1,500 illegals are coming in from India every year into the United States, and this number is only going to go up because it is unmitigated. Each one will tell their cousin saying, get on a thing, you come here, you come here, you come here, I'll tell you the number to whom to contact in Mexico, and then that guy will bring you in here, just get so much money. Simranjit Singh Mann is ready to give you a letter saying that you are being persecuted for your beliefs, and that's it. So simple. Now, Justin Trudeau is yet to respond to the claim that his plane had drugs on it when it landed in New Delhi for the G20 summit. Why is this being kept so silent? If you didn't have it, say you didn't have it. What is the point here? What are you trying to hide, Mr. Trudeau? And this is the more recent phenomenon. Why is he allowing Pannu to get away with a statement threatening Hindu Canadians? What exactly are you trying to do? So all these questions, many questions with no answers. I'm hoping that somebody does feel compelled to answer, because these are serious questions I'm asking. I'm only asking questions. I'm sure the United States government is also looking very closely at busting some of these drug gangs, especially coming in from Mexico. But Canada is a little bit more subtle, so I don't know how that war is being waged. Let's wait and see. But may I request you to like this video and also to please subscribe to our channel if you have not already